myself Dr. Sheban, MBBS DCH, postgraduated from Madras Medical College. So today we are going to discuss about NEET UG MCQ, and this is my part 89. Okay, all the MCQs I have prepared from your NCERT textbook only. Okay, so first is a repeated MCQ. This is a old MCQ, last year MCQ. Leucoplast is a plastid, true or false? Leucoplast, P-L-A-S-T. Is it a plastid? It is a true statement. So leucoplast is a plastid. It's a correct statement. So plastids are classified on what basis? Is it the size? Is it the weight? What is the basis? Plastids are classified depending upon the type of pigment. Okay, so this is the basis for the classification of plastid. Eugenioids has plastids. Eugenioids has plastids. True or false? It is a true statement. Eugenioids have plastids is a true statement. Plant cells have plastid. True or false? It is a true statement. Your textbook says only plants and your textbook says plastids are found in euglenoids and plants. That's all as per your textbook. So be very careful while answering such questions. Okay. So plastids are small. True or false? Plastids are large. So plastids has pigments. Yes, it is a true statement. There are 3 plastids. True or false? How many plastids are there in your textbook? They say 3 plastids. What are the plastids? Chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. You must know these 3 are plastids. Suddenly they will ask leucoplast is a plastid. You must know these 3 are plastids. See the spelling? Clast, leucoplast, chromoplast, chloroplast are the 3 examples of plastids. Cylindrical structure. Which of the following has a cylindrical structure? The correct answer is centrioles. Or what is the shape of centrioles? They can ask. That time you must answer cylindrical. Which is called organelle. Your textbook says centrosome is an organelle which contains that and this. So I wrote centrosome. Your textbook says it is an organelle. So cartwheel appearance. Any idea? Cartwheel. Centrioles are arranged perpendicular to each other in centrosome. 3 times I told perpendicular. Centrioles. So arrangement of centrioles made this cartwheel appearance. Centrioles are found in nucleoplasm. True or false? Centrioles are found in nucleoplasm. Centrioles are found in centrosome. Each centrosome has 1 centriole. True or false? Each centrosome has 1 centriole. Each centrosome has 2. So this is a wrong statement. Which is surrounded by an amorphous material. In a cell which is surrounded by an amorphous material. Any idea? centrioles, amorphous material, amorphous, surrounded by amorphous material. Hair-like outgrowth in cell membrane. Hair, see my hair? Hair. You remember my hair, okay, when they asked this MCQ. Okay. Hair-like outgrowth in the cell membrane. In idea. Whenever you see the word hair, just think of cilia or flagella. Okay, cilia or flagella, hair-like. Work like oars, O-A-R-S. Which one? Work like oars, O-A-R-S. Any idea? Cilia. What is the question? Work like oars. Cell movement is by cilia. Your textbook says the word they are told cell movement, they are told for flagella. Okay, they are told for flagella. Okay, cell movement, same word they have used for flagella. At the same time, they have used the word like this also. Movement of either cell or surrounding fluid. For this, they have told cilia. You have to think and answer. For this, or surrounding fluid. If they mention the word surrounding fluid, just go for cilia. Okay. Flagella are smaller than cilia. True or false? Flagella is smaller than cilia. So this is the correct statement. Cilia is a small structure. Flagella is a long structure. Your textbook says the same word. Cilia smaller structure. Flagella longer. The word is given same but longer. Prokaryotic bacteria has flagella. You must think and answer, okay? Prokaryotic bacteria has flagella. True or false? Huh? It is a true statement. Nucleoplasm contains chromatin. These are all tough MCQs. Not that easy to answer in the examination hall. Nucleoplasm contains chromatin. It is a true statement. It is a true statement. Nucleoplasm contains nucleolus. True or false? Nucleoplasm contains nucleolus. True or false? This is also a true statement. Fibers are nucleoli. Fiber-like. Fiber. Whenever you see the word fiber, you must answer chromatin fiber. Whenever you see the word, you must answer chromatin fiber. You must answer chromatin fiber. Dash is synthesized in nucleolus. Nucleolus, be very careful. Question will not be like this. Question will be like this. Which is the site of protein synthesis? You must answer nucleolus. Or they'll ask which is the site of active ribosomal RNA synthesis. Your textbook says nucleolus. They'll not ask like that. They'll ask like this. Site of protein synthesis. Nucleolus. Or site of, or they can ask like this. Dash is synthesized in the nucleus. Can you tell me two things? One, protein synthesis. What is another thing? Another thing, instead of RNA, they'll keep DNA. Okay. Instead of active, they'll keep inactive. Instead of ribosomal, they'll keep peroxisome and make you confused. Now it's easy for you to read. Chromosome is closely related to. Chromosome is closely related to chromosome is closely related to different type of chromosomes are based on different types of chromosome, different types of chromosomes based on what? Position of centromere. No logic. Position of centromere. Position of centromere. Site of active ribosomal RNA synthesis. See, they was like this. Site of active RNA synthesis. Active ribosomal RNA synthesis. Nucleolus. So protein synthesis occur in same nucleoli or nucleolus. Two MCQs, repeated MCQs. Smaller nuclei helps protein synthesis. Smaller nucleoli. See the word. Smaller nucleoli helps protein synthesis. True or false? Your textbook clearly says the larger nuclei, this is the depth of NEET, larger nuclei helps in protein synthesis. This is a wrong statement. Why the content of nucleolus? Why the content of nucleolus is continuous with the rest of the nucleoplasm? Why? Assertion, reason, MCQ. Why? Because the nucleoli has no membrane. Because the nucleoli has no membrane. What the read the question very well. Because the nucleoli has no membrane. This itself is a separate MCQ point. You must know nucleoli has no membrane. Separate MCQ point. Carrying capacity is related to exponential growth. True or false? Carrying capacity is related to exponential growth. It is related to logistic growth. Logistic growth. Peirce's equilibrium is related to Earth's prologue experiment is related to exponential growth. Any idea? It is related to logistic growth. You must always remember the question, not this answer. Okay, that is the real way how to study for NEET. You know the answer, you don't know the question, then how will you answer? Be very careful, okay, when preparing videos like this. Consider the question. What is the question? This is how you should prepare NEET. Read the question very well. Logistic growth. See, what is this answer? Sigmoid curve is related to exponential growth. Sigmoid curve. What is the answer? So knowing the answer is of no use. You must know all the questions for logistic growth. You must know all the questions for logistic growth. Got it? Huh? Okay. The word endemism is related to what? These are all so many times repeated MCQ. The word endemism is related to what? Endemism. In situ conservation of biodiversity. In situ conservation of biodiversity. The word sacred grouse is related to in situ conservation of. Again I am telling, not the answer is important, question is important. Sacred grouse. We save the entire forest. We save the entire forest to save the tiger. Is called what? This is called in situ or on site or on site. Again I am telling you, question is important, not the answer. So far this, what is this? Specific species confined to that region and not found elsewhere is called what? Species confined to that region and not found anywhere else is called what? Is called endemism. Endemism. So question is important, not answer. It's called endemism. What is 34? Total number of biodiversity plots in the world. Total number of biodiversity spots in the world. The answer is 34. Name the 3 high biodiversity regions. High, very high. Actually, there are 4 in your textbook. What is the question? High biodiversity. High biodiversity. High biodiversity. What is 14? 14. Biosphere reserves in India. Biosphere reserves in India is 14. What is 90? 90. Number of national parks in India. Number of national parks in India. What is 448? 448. Wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries in India is 448. Dash is stored to protect. Dash is stored to protect threatened animals. Because we want to save these animals. What is stored? They store the gametes of these animals in big laboratories for future breeding. Gametes. Which is a square shape? Square shape. You need a square shape. Punnett square. Punnett. Punnett square. In a pea plant, tall and dwarf are alleles to each other. True or false? In a pea plant, tall and dwarf, capital T and small t, are alleles to each other. True or false? Huh? It is a true statement. It is a true statement. In pea plant, tall and dwarf, pair of alleles for height. In a pea plant, tall and dwarf. In a pea plant, tall and dwarf, pair of alleles for height. For height. Which all? Only three. Capital T, small t, and tt. What is the question? What is the answer? Identical or homozygous? Any idea? Any idea? Identical for homozygous? On breeding, while breeding, tall and dwarf P, allele, identical and homozygous. Repeated MCQ point. Allele and homozygous. Genotype for P. Genotype for P, tall dwarf. What is the genotype for P? TT. What is the question? Don't forget the question. Phenotype for P. Phenotype. I am talking about the phenotype. Tall and dwarf. Who found out dominant factor? Dominant factor. Who found out? Standard MCQ. This is standard MCQ. In the match the following. Dominant factor, Mendel. Next page. Recessive factor, whom? Mendel. Answer is not important, question is important for Mendel. Alleles are similar to homozygotes. True or false? The word homozygotes is very important here. Alleles, not gene. We are talking about alleles. Alleles are similar to homozygotes. It is a true statement. Alleles are dissimilar to heterozygotes. Now it's easy because I'm comparing that very close. When they are separately somewhere, it's very, very tough. Only one allele is transmitted to a gamete. True or false? True or false? It is a true statement. Only one allele is transmitted to a gamete. Be very careful while answering these questions. They will keep 4 and make you confused. Only one. Random process. Any idea? Random process. Random process. Any idea? Segregation of alleles is a random process. They can ask which of the following happens as a random process. You must answer segregation of alleles. 40% chance of a gamete, either allele, true or false? 40% chance of a gamete containing either allele. The correct answer is 50%. So read the question very well. The correct answer is 50%. In plants, contrasting trait. Contrasting trait are in plants. Whenever you see the word contrasting, your answer should be heterozygotes. Your answer should be heterozygotes. Who is a British genetist? This MCQ they asked some 3 years back. Same MCQ. British genetist. Any idea? Punet. Punet is my classmate, my friend. Yes, Punet. British genetist. Okay, if you remember this MCQ, okay, when they ask me. Dasher studied in Punet's score. This was an MCQ. This was also an MCQ. What are all the things studied in Punet's score? Any idea? This was an MCQ once. They'll give one more thing and they'll ask which is the wrong statement. Studied in Punet's score. What is the question? Don't forget the question. Okay? Next. Punet's score is a graph. True or false? Your textbook says Punet's score is a graphical representation of. Same word they are given a textbook. Punet's score is a graphical representation of. 3 categories in why we should conserve. 3 categories in why we should conserve biodiversity. Any idea? 3 categories in. There are 3 things, so they'll keep one more thing and ask which is the wrong statement. Do you know the question now? You know the answer. What is the question? You forgot. So whenever reading MCQ, think about the question very well, not this answer. Anyway, this will be there, the choice. So you know the answer now. You don't know the question. What is the question? Can you tell me this? Can you tell me the answer? Dasher studied in Punet Square. You forgot. You forgot. That is why I am telling there is a successful method how to study a study material, an MCQ material. You must hear this video for 7 days continuously. If you hear this video for 7 days continuously, you will remember all the 100 points for 1 year. That is the proven method. Top 720 scorers, they keep it this a secret. If you want to remember all the 100 MCQ points for 1 year, hear this video for 7 days continuously. Otherwise, tomorrow afternoon, you will not remember even a mustard. Yes. So 7 days continuous recall. Don't forget, okay? So you forgot. This is standard MCQ. Punnett square. This is also MCQ only. Bioprospecting means what? This is also an old MCQ. Bioprospecting. Any idea? Exploring. 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 Exploring is called biodiversity. Bioprospecting. Bioprospecting. How to remember this? There is only one method, 7 days continuous recall. There is no any other magic to do that. I made it very clear for you. Rich diversity will have many benefits. True or false? Rich diversity will have many benefits or many demerits. What is your answer? Rich diversity will have many benefits. True or false? Rich in diversity, so many benefits. Okay? It is a true statement. 40% of drugs sold in the market. 40% of drugs sold in the market are from plants. Are from plants. True or false? 40%. It is always 25% is the correct answer. 25% is the correct answer. So 25% plants. 25% plants. 5,000 species of plants are used. 5,000 species of plants are used to make traditional native medicines. 5,000 plants are used to make. True or false? It is 25,000. It is the 25,000. The correct answer is 25,000 are used for making native medicine. What is the question for S phase? S phase. So many times repeat MCQ. Yes, S phase. You must know this answer very well. In eukaryotes, DNA replication, not RNA. Be very careful. DNA replication is specifically eukaryotes, not prokaryotes. Every word is important. Eukaryote is important, RNA is important, replication is important. Happens in S phase. Okay, so I kept the question for S phase. What is polyploidy? Polyploidy. Any idea polyploidy? It is a chromosomal anomaly. Polyploidy is a chromosomal anomaly. Polyploidy is a defect in replication of DNA. True or false? Polyploidy. See, NEET is very easy. If you Here the study material 7 days continuously. Otherwise you will not remember these things. No chance. True or false? True or false? Classical MCQ points. This is a correct statement. This is the correct statement. What is the question? You forgot. (1831). What is 1831? Next week. 1831. They found nucleus. 1831 nucleus. Okay, who found nucleus? My friend Robert Brown. Okay, Robert Brown. He found this nucleus. Nucleus stained with acidic dye. True or false? Nucleus stained with acidic dye. Any idea? Nucleus is stained with basic dye. Stains with basic dye is nucleus. Who named chromatin? Chromatin was named by Fleming. Be very careful, okay? Fleming named chromatin. Robert Brown, nucleus. What do you mean by the word chromatin? Chromatin means what? It is a material in the nucleus. Very, very important point. It is a material in the nucleus, stained by basic dye. So, got it? So they will ask, what is the site of chromatin? You must clearly say nucleus. They have asked MCQ, chromatin's exact site. This is called chromatin. They will give this definition. They will ask, what is it? 4 choice. Gone. The correct answer for this is chromatin. Chromatin, what is chromatin? Is a nucleoprotein. Which of the following is a nucleoprotein? Which of the following is a nucleoprotein? Be careful, you must answer chromatin. Which of the following is a fiber? Chromatin. Again I am telling, answer is not important. You should remember the questions for chromatin. Which is a fiber? Chromatin. Which is called spherical bodies. Spherical bodies is nucleoli. What is the shape of nucleoli? That time you must answer spherical. NEET is simple, but you must follow 7 days continuous recall. Otherwise you are wasting your time now. Yes. Each cell has one nucleoli. True or false? Each cell has one nucleoli. True or false? Very, very important MCQ point. One or more. Nucleoprotein fiber. Whenever you see the word fiber, what will be your answer? Whenever you see the word fiber in the cell, you must always remember chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers. I think you know this point. Nucleolus has membrane. True or false? We studied in the beginning. Remember? Nucleolus has no membrane. What will be your choice if they ask MCQ like this? Which of the following not a membrane bound structure? Not a membrane bound structure. They can ask like this. What will be your answer? Just now we discussed. Nucleolus. Today you will answer, not tomorrow afternoon. You will forget. Because you are reading only the answer. You are concentrating the answer. Don't concentrate the question. Concentrate here. Got it? Site of nucleoli. Where? Now I am coming to nucleoli. Site of nucleoli. Your textbook says nucleoplasm. What is the question? Question is important. Site of nucleoplasm. Not the answer. Okay. Kindly share this great video with your junior friends, seniors, to your biology madam and even to your NEET coach. Okay. And write some good comments in the comment section also. Okay. Here my next video. Excellent video. My next video. Yes? Good. Nucleoplasm is also called. Nucleoplasm is also called what? Nucleoplasm. Match the following. Also called nuclear matrix. See, chromatin is found in, first we discuss this. Chromatin is found in nucleoplasm. This is depth of the point. Nucleoplasm depth, little more depth, sharp. Nucleus of a cell, when it is not dividing, it is in a cell, is called what? Nucleus of a cell, when it is not dividing. Interface nucleus. Chromatin, see this is MCQ. Chromatin found in dash nucleus. Chromatin is found in interface nucleus. This is the depth of MCQ. Fleming found nucleus. Fleming found chromatin. Today you will answer. Next week, who will answer? You cannot remember anything. 7 days continuous recall. You will remember for 1 year. Yes. Spherical structure are called chromatin. Spherical structure is called chromatin. True or false? Spherical structure. Whenever you see the word spherical structure, you must answer nucleoli. Nucleoli, spherical shape. Minute pores. Minute pores are found in nuclear envelope. Minute pores are found in nuclear envelope. This minute nuclear pores permits the transport of what? Transport of RNA and protein molecules. Instead of RNA, they will keep DNA in your MCQ. Instead of protein, they'll keep fat or lipid. Something they'll keep and make you confused. Be specific. RNA and protein synthesis, protein molecules. What is the question? You forgot the question. You don't know the question now. Do you know? You forgot. That is why I am telling you, repeated MCQ. Read the MCQ question very well. Naradarajan is message put. Question. Can you tell me cells is no nuclei? So many times MCQ. Cell with no nuclei. You must, first one is repeated MCQ point. You must always remember erythrocyte of many mammals. Second one, tube cells of vascular plant. First one is very easy. Erythrocytes of many mammals, that we all know. Second one we have to study. Tube cells of vascular plant. What is the question? Very, very important point. Okay, no nuclei. How to remember? Only 7 days recall. Normally, each cell has 2 nucleus. Normally. True or false? This is how they will confuse you in the exam hall. Normally, just like that. Chumma. Be very careful while answering such questions. It has only one. Okay? 2 parallel membranes in a cell. Which has 2 parallel membranes. 2. Separate MCQ point. 2 parallel membranes in a cell. Which one? Is called the nuclear envelope. Or they will ask, nuclear envelope has how much? That time you must answer 2 parallel 2. Perinuclear space is 10 to 15 millimeter. Perinuclear space in a cell. These are all rank deciding. 10 to 15 nano meter. 10 to 50 nano. What is the question? Question is important. Perinuclear space. Barrier between materials and that of cytoplasm. Barrier between is called perinuclear space. What is the question? Barrier between. Site of ribosomes. Outer membrane of nuclear envelope. I think this was repeated so many times, I think. Outer membrane of nuclear envelope. What is the question? Site of ribosome. Endoplasmic reticulum is a continuation of. outer membrane of outer membrane of outer membrane of nucleoplasm. Endoplasmic reticulum is a continuation of. Nucleoli is oval shape, OVAL. Today you can answer. After 1 year you must answer. That is the real NEET preparation. What is your answer? Spherical shape. What is the question? Nucleoli. Material in nucleus. The material in the nucleus is chromatin. Or they can ask, what is the site of chromatin? That time we must answer nucleus. Ulta question is important. Chromatin found in dash but see, this was an MCQ. This was an MCQ. Chromatin found in dash part of cell. Nucleus. Punnett square is used to study what? Punnett square. Study what? Typical mono-hybrid cross related to Mendel. See, Punnett square is used to study or they can ask this like this also. Little more depth. Tell me this answer. We studied dash or studied in Punnett square. That is broad answer. What is your answer? 7 days recall. Made it very clear for you. What is bioprospecting? See, you forgot. You forgot. What is bioprospecting? Come on. That is I'm telling you repeatedly. Don't waste your time. 7 days recall is very important. It's called bioprospecting. Gene is also called factors. So they'll ask simple questions like this and make you confused. Instead of using the word gene, they'll ask, put the word factors. Gone. Gametes, what is the question? What is the question? Genes passed from parent to offspring via gamete. They'll give 4 choices: gamete, zygote, oocyte, embryo. Something they'll give. All useless MCQs. You must Clearly answer gamete. Okay. Read the question very well. The answer is simple, gamete. What is 3:1? Any idea? 3:1. F2 generation in Mendel. 3:1. F1 progeny. What do you mean by F? F. F means filial. 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 Who will teach you like this depth? This is the best video in the world. Yes. Filial. F stands for filial. F1 always resembles either one of their parents in Mendel. F1 always, see the word always, resembles either one of the parent in Mendel. I am talking about F1, not F2. Be very careful. F1 always resembles either one of the parent by a Mendel. It is a true statement. It is true because it was F1. Okay, F1 is true. F1. See, F1 progeny, when tall and RP cross, all are tall. This is also F1. Okay, F1. Tell me. When tall and dwarf are crossed in a P plan, F1 all are tall. True or false? All are tall. It's a true statement because it is for F1. P plant. All are tall. You must memorize this. The answer, the question for this is this one. These are boring MCQs, but these are rank deciding MCQs. Not everybody can answer. Only people who are hearing my video will answer this question sharply. Yes. No blending. Any idea? No blending. No blending. No blending. These are all rank deciding MCQs. Not everybody can answer. F2. P plant. No blending means F2P tall short. Means what? No blending F2P tall short means what is the exact meaning of the word no blending in this case, so that you can answer so many MCQs. No blending, the actual meaning F2P tall short. Offsprings are either tall or dwarf, but never intermediate height. Never in between height. Either they are tall or they are dwarf. That's all. That is the exact meaning of the word no blending. F2 generation in Mendel P is identical to parents. Remember the word F2 is important, identical is important. F2 identical. You must be very careful. True or false? It is a true statement. It is a true statement. F2 P identical with their parents. How to remember? 7 days continuous recall. Okay. It is a correct statement. F1 in Mendel. Okay. This is very super. F1 in Mendel. Only one of the parental trait was expressed in F1. Okay, come on. Only one F1. True or false? In a pea plant, it is a true statement. Okay. So here all my other videos. Okay, stay tuned.